Throw your legs after a punch, you'll win the match. They spend more time training their own bodies how to react in a fight than looking at them fighting, because the other fighter can change the fight. What he was saying is, you don't need to control nobody else. You need to control yourself. But not by yourself. What he was saying is, if you cannot control yourself with reading the Bible, you cannot control yourself. Because the only thing that can control you is who created you. And who created you is God. And God wrote this book. It's an order. And then he goes in. Now, I want to go into a level that once you become a student and you have a mentor, I said last week, you cannot stay in the same level. I'm going to challenge some of you to get out of your little nest and just fly. If you fall, just at least you try. Amen? Amen. At least you know how hard you can hit the ground.
Oh God.
Just jump.
Great.
But there's some of you that have been in the same nest for many, many years and are afraid to fly. Are afraid to fly. You got to go from being a student and following a mentor to becoming yourself a mentor. Can I tell you something? God helps me that I go somewhere else. I really do not want to leave this church, but I'm replaceable. The only irreplaceable person is Jesus Christ.
Amen. Amen.
I'm replaceable. But once I live from here, I did not do a great job if I didn't multiply myself in others. And then this part that we're going to see from the movie, I love, because there's a point that the student actually picks up the mentor. Oh. Has to be a moment. Has to be a moment. There has to be a moment. The ministry of, I'll put myself, of Teddy Roque, #1, nobody else is like me, is over. It has to be a moment, like the geese. I go from the front to the back. And even though in authority, I'm in charge here, it doesn't mean because I'm in the back, I'm not in charge. And the students, the real students, can raise up to another level. And like the disciples, the 12, can take the church into another level. Christ never founded a church. He let the 12 do that job. Christ didn't do everything. He allowed the disciples to do the same thing. Look at this part that the student becomes a mentor. once you have followed the mentor, you have to become yourself a mentor. It's impossible that you will always be a student. And don't get it wrong, I'm always a student. But there has to be a moment that when you see somebody broken, like the way that car was, you, from the inside of you, because you have been taught to do that, you restore people and you tell them, listen, the same thing they did with me, the same thing I'm going to do with you. Can I tell you something? When you guys don't pick up people, it shows me how bad I'm doing my job. When you guys don't restore people, when you guys see visitors and you don't say hi, when you don't have that passion, I'm like, I don't see you guys, I see, what am I doing wrong? Am I teaching something wrong? There has to be something inside of you that says, I need to restore, I need to mentor. Now, what's going to happen if for some reason I fall? Me, Teddy Roque, a human being can fall. Can fall. Do you think it will be very sad if one of you doesn't pick me up? When you guys, when all of us, when the church doesn't pick up somebody that is broken, we all should feel bad. Because our mentor, the number one best mentor, picked you up when you were his enemy. When you were broken, when you were ignoring him, he picked you up and said, I'm going to teach you how to do this thing. Now, what I love about the last part is that he goes, can you put it? Just, can you freeze it when he's in the ring? Dale un poco para atrás. Do you have the whole fight? Dale, if you can pause it when they are in the ring. There you go. The music keeps going? Okay. When I was seeing the movie, and every time I've seen it 4 times now. The last time I saw it, God asked me a question. And he asked me, how many people do you see in the ring?
2.
And I'm like, 2 and the referee 3. And he's like, no. Take away the referee. And I said, 2. And he said, are you sure? And I'm like, yeah. And I looked and he's like, think, how many people are in the ring? And I said, well, you take the referee, there's 2, but if you ask me, it's because there's more people. And then he told me, if you count well, there is 4 people in the ring. And I'm like, I didn't pass algebra, but I did pass math. And I didn't see 4 people there. And while he was asking, he didn't allow me to answer. He's like, for this moment, you rose up. In the Christian life, this is your moment. Now, this is not your moment to lose. You've been predestined to win.